Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'd like to take a look at Marvel Masterworks Marvel Two-In-One Volume 1. This is the retail version, not the direct market variant. It has been out of print for a while. It seems like it's a little hard to get. It retailed originally for $70, but I've seen it go for some pretty stupid prices. So unless you can find one out in the wild for a halfway decent price, I'd say at some point they got to come out with an omnibus of this. They've come out with several volumes of Marvel Two-In-One, and you would think they would print an omnibus of this material. So I might want to wait before I pick this up. Like I say, unless you can find this out there somewhere for a reasonable price, because it's just stupid, some of the prices I've seen. It contains Marvel features number 11 through 12 and Marvel Two-In-One numbers 1 through 10, with creators Steve Gerber, Sal Buscema, Jim Starlin, and Gil Kane. Here's the spine, and here are the issues on the back. Now, as always, there's no art, just title on the Marvel Masterworks editions. Marvel Two-In-One is kind of interesting. Started out in Marvel Feature in 1973 and got its own title of Marvel Two-In-One in January of 1974. And this book covers till July of 1975. Stan Lee came up with the idea of putting the Thing in a Marvel team-up position in a comic book title, because Spider-Man had been so successful in his Marvel team-up. There'd been a little bit of, I don't know if you call it, not contention, but maybe some resistance to it, because it was felt that the Thing worked better with the Fantastic Four than by himself. But like I said, Spider-Man, and Roy Thomas talks about this in his introduction, Spider-Man was selling well, and he was a loner. He was not considered part of a team group, and team-ups were working. So they decided to go ahead and do it. But they first did it in Marvel Feature Presents, The Thing and the Incredible Hulk, which is this right here. Jim Starlin and Joe Sinnott are the artists, and Len Wein's the writer. And like I said, all of this is done in typical Marvel Masterworks fashion. It's nice, smooth paper, glossy finish, artwork restored. It's not newsprint. We got Thing and Iron Man in the next Marvel feature, number 12. Thanos. Going against Thanos. And we got Man-Thing in Marvel 2-in-One #1. And that was the first team up in the Thing's own Marvel 2-in-One title, the Things team up title. And I think this series did pretty well, just like Marvel Team Up. I remember it from the 1970s, and even when I was a teenager in the 80s, it still existed. I can remember seeing Marvel Team Up on the rack. I'm sorry, not Marvel Team Up, Marvel 2-in-One starring the Thing on a rack in a drugstore. Because back then, comics were sold in drugstores and supermarkets and department stores, 7-Elevens, convenience stores, that kind of thing. They didn't have a direct market. They didn't have comic shops. You just got them wherever newspapers and magazines were sold. Thing in Daredevil. Made it kind of hard to keep up with your favorite issues because it all kind of depended on what the drugstore or the supermarket got. And they didn't carry all of them. So it was nice when comic book shops came around into existence, and I remember that. It was your one-stop shopping for comics, and you could have them hold the issues that you were interested in, so you could collect your favorite runs. Guardians of the Galaxy, before they were famous. Let's see, Doctor Strange guest starred. I don't know if any of these are... There's Valkyrie. I always liked this version of Valkyrie. She was cool. Get the Enchantress in there. Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is cool. I wish I had managed to collect the Marvel Masterworks of Ghost Rider, but I wasn't able to do it. And so I'm just patiently waiting for an omnibus to come into print. I'm hoping that Marvel does an omnibus of classic Ghost Rider. We got the Thing and Black Widow. Like I say, just like Marvel Team Up, Marvel 2-in-One was cool because you got a different Marvel hero each month, and teaming up with the Thing to get into whatever adventures they got into. There really isn't any extras. Nope, it just ends with the Thing and Black Widow. This is a good introduction to Marvel 2-in-One. Like I say, if you can find one out in the wild for a reasonable price, pick it up immediately. But I would definitely hesitate on paying any kind of stupid price for it. I would just wait until Marvel decides to do an omnibus of Marvel Two-In-One. At some point they've got to, because they've printed several volumes. I think they're up to 7 or 8 now, so it's getting about that time where they start thinking about omnibuses when they've got that many Marvel Masterworks editions published. So hopefully they'll do that, and then this will be made available again. Or they reprint this. I mean, they've reprinted Marvel Masterworks before, so I guess it just depends on sales. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I appreciate you joining me, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye.